That's good tea. That's good tea. That's good, EK. That's good stuff. Take a 1 day break and now no one wants to join, huh? It's good, Juicy Beans. It's good, Johnny. PO3 King? I'm just a regular guy, bro. But I appreciate you. PO3 indeed. Hmm. Yeah. We gotta get another eval. Horseback riding was amazing, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. I think it's something everyone should experience. Run nose Diaz. What's up, brother? What's good, Thomas? We already got the game plan set. I'm all locked in. Got a good sleep. Well, my back is really sore, but no biggie. It's good, meat. It's good, Alex. How's it going? Working on getting the funds back. Yep. So when we passed our first one, I'm not gonna trade it until I get 4 more. So just gonna keep working on that. Or 1 for 1. It would be. I don't think I've ever passed like 5 out of 5. So we'll see. Maybe we get a little bit good luck and we just pass all the evals. The firm said they can't do anything. Pretty much every firm. I even asked other firms to see if they had a similar policy in place, and they all do. So not much you can do. I do gotta get a new account though. Good Christian, what's good, Leon? Short or long? Just give it some time. We'll cover buys when everyone's here. What's good? Did our yesterday was amazing, brother. Thank you. It was really good. I even managed to trade. I took a 1 hour trade in the PM session. That's what passed the account actually. So it was very nice. ASB. Gonna get this get another account here. We'll trade our alpha funded and 1 Apex eval today. Speaking of alpha funded, I'm hoping they can accept my payout before. That was not my horse, bro. I wish that was my horse. What's good, Batty? I'm good, brother. Um, could you quickly explain your 1 hour ATM model? Yeah, basically like this. There's fair value gap tap, inversion, then you short for 1 hour. You have to be bearish. It'll look something like this. Game plan? Oh, we'll cover game plan. Don't worry. 9:25. We'll cover game plan. Pretty easy game plan today. Should be fun. Okay. The account purchase. Okay, let's sign out of this. Sign back in. Our next eval should be ready to start trading. Okay, so this is the funded. Don't trade that. Trade this. What is this, man? Get rid of. All right, cool, cool, cool. So we're on the micro. I'm gonna be tripping this up to like 20 probably or something. How's your girlfriend's birthday? It was amazing, brother. Thank you. What trade copy will you use? I won't use any for now, but eventually I'll use Trade Sinker when I only have alpha accounts right now, so. Hey Rubes. Yesterday was amazing, brother. Thank you for asking. Good, Roddy. What's good, Mr. Dollar? Street Soda. What's up, brother? Yeah, what's good? I didn't really bank, but I passed my first Apex account. Hopefully, we can go 5 for 5, although I doubt it. We'll be trading NASDAQ futures and Q futures. Day off was really good. Although I traded PM session. Traded PM session at my girl's house. I did trade FOMC. I took a 1 hour short. That was it. We'll cover buys at 925. Yesterday PM session was dirty, yeah. Pretty typical for an FOMC. Yeah, I mean, Top Step's not bad, bro. It's just getting your first couple payouts are getting your first couple of payouts are way easier with Alpha. You lost those accounts? Yep. We got to get him back one by one. We already got one back. We got to go 4 more now. No. That model only forms in Silver Bullet for me. That 952 short, that would be my protraction model that I would trade in the morning. Did the Fund Index Infinite Money glitch work? I don't know. To be honest, I got one account, did not get a payout on it, and I really haven't tried again. Alpha's great. Alpha's my favorite firm. Bullish or bearish today? Oh, we'll cover in 3 minutes. Let's let people join up. How many in total accounts blown worth? I don't know, but the number is significantly lower than the amount of payouts I've gotten, so I don't keep track anymore. Well, I do keep track for tax write-off purposes, but I don't know. Like I don't have an exact number because all my taxes are the same place, you know. We'll cover bias in 3 minutes. Silver bullet is 10 to 11 and 2 to 3. You have a mentorship? No. No, I don't want the signals. Traction model will average like 60% win rate. If you are more selective with your trades, you can easily get 70 or 80. You just have to you gotta be in flow state, you know, reading the markets like perfectly. Was your last payout? Yesterday. Big bullish SMT. It's forming. That one averages 2R. So when I say 60%, that's 2R. The 1R model, but I'm gonna be honest, I maybe lost like 2 or 3 trades only ever in live market with the 1R model. If you if you wait for a high probability 1R model, it almost always plays out. I'm gonna be honest. I took it with Alpha Futures. Would you say you're financially free now? What's next after that? It depends. NOP depends. Are you trying to trade the way I trade? If so, it's the Gems PO3 playlist. We'll do game plan in 1 minute. I would love to buy horses in 2030, bro. I actually want a horse. Like that was a beautiful experience. I want to wake up every day, drink my tea, and hop on my horse, bro. Goal for the next 5 years? Uh, buy a house, move out, get married. Oh, your education? ICT, I guess. Is this your full-time job? I don't do anything else, if that's what you mean. Where would you want to move? I'm not going to be able to move anywhere. Unfortunately, I'm going to be stuck in this very expensive house market in the area I live. And we're just going to have to bite the bullet and save up a lot of money, I guess. I do have a degree in exercise science, although I don't really use it. I have seen ICT's do videos. Yeah, I've been trading for 2 years. Any advice? If you're not able to accept losses, you're going to blow the account. We're not moving to Dubai. We can move to Dubai, but they're gonna kick us out after some time. What do you think about them? The videos are okay, man. Pretty mid, like pretty. It's more beginner stuff. I've already heard him talk about these stuff multiple times. Why not posting educational content? You should look at my YouTube video, brothers. Look at my YouTube videos, brother. Okay, let's talk about the game plan. I've already written out the game plan in the Discord. This is the game plan, not for you guys to see, but this is just me. I'm right there at 9:13. Let's talk about key levels that are in play today first. This cluster of new day opening gaps. It's pretty extreme, but we do have a tendency to trade to at least one of the last three new day opening gaps inside the morning session. The fact that we're all the way up here, makes me skeptical that there's like a high probability chance. Now, sure, today could be like one out of what is it like? Today could be 1 out of 4 days where we don't trade to the last three new day opening gaps, but probability say there's around a 75% chance we do trade back into here. However, I'm not bearish. In fact, I want to look for high probability longs today. I don't want to try to pick the top and all-time highs. Daily chart's obviously bullish. How much higher can we go above all-time highs? You look at whole numbers. I didn't mark this level yet, but there's also no really need to because we probably won't even be holding trades to the buy side target there. 24,800. It's just the next level on the NASDAQ. That's hold. What's the game plan? So the game plan is simple. We're going to look for high probability longs. Okay? We're looking for high probability longs, avoiding shorts unless if London low liquidity is still open and we get an A plus setup, which do I think it's going to happen? Probably not. But if we do get an A plus setup and that clear drawn liquidity is still open, I don't mind taking a counter bias or counter trend trade. That would be something similar to like this, for example. Do I think we're going to get it? Probably not. But if we do, I'm open to putting risk behind that trade idea, because there is a world where 75% of the time, like I said, we'll trade into one of the last three new day opening gaps. So there is a world, the statistics technically say that we should trade here, but I'm sure there's a stronger statistic in play, which is if we are all-time high, just click buy. So simple game plan. We could possibly see London low on ES, Asia low on ES. Order flow is really bearish on ES going into open. So we're going to sit. We're going to wait for high probability longs. If an A plus model shorts and the drawn liquidity in London is still open, I'll take it. If an S&T forms, then I think it's going to get a little bit difficult. But for the most part, the game plan is sit tight, wait for market to form a higher probability reversal. Order flow going into the day is bearish. And that's why I say until we shift, because I always look at the most recent 15-minute CIST above or below midnight. Yes, London low technically is likely to be safe because of that midnight opening price move below and we get the change. We're now coming back. So yeah, we could reverse right here. And like I said in my game plan, there's a couple of levels we could reverse from. Level like option 1, reverse from inside London range. Option 2, reverse from London low or Asia low, or we get all the way to the new days and then see a reversal, or daily wick CE even we could retest. So any of those levels could provide a high probability long. 4 hour, there's a gap there. Might come back to it. 1 hour, we're already inside. Now, realistically, if we're talking about probabilities, we really shouldn't go much lower. I think ES comes down, takes out sell side, and then we reverse. That's probably A plus scenario. ES comes down, takes out both sell side, and then we reverse. So we'll wait for that. I like this little accumulation here. So we may even get an early long, like something like that. I mean, that would be A plus. I don't think that'll happen for us. That's too easy, but we'll see. And yeah, that's the game plan. Pretty simple game plan. I'm going to be trading my alpha fundeds. I'm going to be trading my Apex eval. We passed our first Apex eval. I'm trying to get my 5 Apex accounts back again. So we passed one. I'm going to work on another one. So what you see here on screen will be my Apex eval. My second monitor will be alpha. The trades will be the same. I'm not going to, it's not like, oh, I'm trading eval today. No, I'm trading my fundeds today. So if you see me push the button on eval, that means I push the button on my fundeds as well. Mark out the opening range gap. Large opening range gap today. Oh, no way that overlaps. Oh, that can't be random. There's no way. Those levels just overlap absolutely perfectly. That's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. I think we took a similar short. When was it? We took a similar short. Oh, when was that last trade that we took? The one that got us payout. I don't remember. But we took a similar short. Um, Took a similar short using opening range gap. What is this? Why does it look like that? Oh, buddy, you gotta extend out there. We took a similar short. I don't remember when it was, but just from opening range gap 25 to closure. So that may happen. Like if we get an A plus protraction, I wouldn't mind. That's oh, this is NQ. Yeah, perfect. So we can just okay. Good. I thought I was trading the micro, but this is good. I can just trade the mini. Yeah, not to. So I actually have to. I have this alpha funded. I actually have to take a trade that today. So I mean, win or lose, I have to take one today, so my payout cycle can sync for every 2 weeks. Because today I took payout on one account, right? So, um, for the advanced, you got 3,500. Little high waisted, so old, and not if I let me go. So we'll see if we get opening range gap 25%. I mean, it's a pretty high probability. So, what's the profit target on the 100K advance? Does anyone know off the top of their head? Trade 10 in PO3 or just PO3? I can trade any hour PO3, brother, if I'm being honest. Doesn't matter. I frame all my power of threes off of 930. 100K, 8,000. Okay, interesting. Okay. So trading back into that 15-minute Sibby, 30-minute Sibby. We're seeing one-sided move. I don't trust these equal lows here. I know there's an S&T. I suppose we could just pump all the way to all-time high. It's possible. If we get a protraction model, I would take it. But I'd prefer to not. Is my opening range gap quadrants off? Because that's weird. Why is 930 opening price different in regular trading hours? Hold on, let's refresh because that can't be right, man. That can't be right. 930 opening price is different. Okay, there you go. I knew it was a glitch. Yeah. So I think our opening range gap's a little bit off. Let's fix that because that's really important, obviously. Um, Closing price, opening price. Yeah, we gotta fix that ASAP. Don't mind me. Just fixing the annotations. There you go. Now we have accurate levels. So just wait for our first presentation. I don't know what these blue lines, unless it's London and Asia low for you guys. So we'll just sit here and wait. Let's go to OB. Small candle today probably can increase the contract size. Mm-hmm. Trading Nasdaq. So what is the bias? I'm looking for high probability longs, but I do not trust these lows here. So ideally, I'm aligning long, but I want a high probability long. And I want us to explore some discount levels. We'll see. Just wait for a first presentation. I'm gonna minimize chat so we can fully focus up here. Not your little highway We may start moving lower now. I really don't want to engage in any I don't trust this. This one-sided move after 9:30. I don't trust it. It could set low, but I do not trust. Obviously, there's an S&T here. It would just be a lot higher probability if we saw, even something like this would be, very good. So I'm just staying a little cautious. Like I said, the game plan was high probability longs. Nothing in here is going to be high probability. We don't even have a first presentation yet on NASDAQ. I'll check the micro to be extra sure, but I don't think there is. Almost I just think what Les would do. Les would be faking the execution long right now. Yeah, like this. Now I wouldn't short this. Like I said, I wouldn't. I don't mind shorting, but not this. It's not high probability enough. We're probably gonna put in our first presentation here. That would be nice. That is something that I would like to see. There's a first presentation in there. We'll mark it up just because there's nothing up here to mark. So that would be the correct annotation right there. Let me check out the mini, see if it's similar. No volume imbalance on the mini, but that's fine. Or on the micro, sorry. My tea's gone cold. My tea's gone cold. I'm wondering why. So it doesn't look like the payout will be registered before 9:30, so we won't be able to copy trade those alpha fundeds. Speaking of the payout, did it get approved at least? Usually they're way faster than this. Okay, so we're seeing that run lower now. I want to see some of these org quadrants get hit. 0.25. The payout was still not approved, actually. I guess we'll see. There's that speed lower again. There's nothing here to short. I mean, could you argue there was a CISD? Yeah, sure, you could have shorted this, but like I said, if it was not 8 plus, I didn't want that short. Opening range gap 25%. Do I want to spill sauce? Nah. Let's just say it's pretty significant that we hit org 25% level. Keep chat open here for a bit. Like I just miss you guys, you know, it's been a while. I mean, it's been one day, but it's a bearish AF. No, possible. I am waiting for a buy, although I would not be surprised if price came all the way down here. Just based on probability. I mean, you know what? Let me pull out the probabilities. Do I want to? Horseback riding was amazing, man. It honestly felt weird not going live, though. Let's just say there's a really high probability chance that we trade into at least one of the last 3 new day opening gaps. I have one of the last 3 day. I have all the last 3 new day opening gaps: Tuesday, Wednesday, and then today, Thursday. Those are your last 3 new day opening gaps, and there's a strong there's a strong probability that we trade into one of those gaps. I'm not gonna give the number, but just know that last 3 new day opening gaps, that's a key level from 9:30 to 11:30. No, it's not 100%. There is a good chance we get to org 50 though. How was your free day? Yesterday was great, man. Yep. I have London and Asia low marked out here on yes. Free day, but you didn't do trade. I did trade. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I mean, trading it was easy, bro. I traded, but listen, it was 2 o'clock. I had around 30 minutes before dinner at my girlfriend's house, and I traded. I took a 1 hour model short. It was like a 5 minute trade, and I was done, bro. Just like that. Heat sheet up here. Is the stream lagging at all? Because I'm recording. Yeah, AM was so clean yesterday. I'm not gonna lie, AM was so clean yesterday. And in comparison to the other AM sessions, you're right, bro. You trade live or funded both. ES took out session lows. Yes. It's addiction. NQ hasn't taken Asia or London. I don't think it will. Not Asia, maybe London. The move with Tesla you just bought? Bro, you just bought Tesla? Isn't Tesla like I mean, bro, it's not bad, but I feel like you bought it pretty late, my brother. It was at 328 this month. We've already moved like 30% this month. I'm gonna be honest, bro. You might be a little late on that one. Could technically short this, but that's not A plus. So if you want to be aggressive, I don't know if you have an eval last day type, you could try this. It is my protraction model. I wouldn't take it though. Because one, ES just took Asia lows. And two, um actually to be honest. Good Camelot. It's definitely possible. Like I said, it's very possible we trade into here. FOMC lows, I don't know exactly where that is. I mean, all the way down. Oh, you mean low of week? Oh, brother, I don't know about that. That's pretty. I would not look for that personally, but it's very possible. I'm actually very curious to see if we do trade all the way down here. The probabilities are there. I genuinely feel like I have more sauce. Nah, there's no way. But it feels like I have more sauce than ICT right now. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, yes, you always want to buy all-time highs. Yes, yes, sure. You know, wait for the long. But if there's a 3 and 4 chance that we trade into at least one of these blue lines, fuck the all-time high narrative. Isn't that way stronger? I don't know. I mean, at least Oric 50. I'm not taking the trade yet today, no. True. I gotta redo the stats. Because maybe those 25%, maybe those 25%, like, that it doesn't go there is all from all-time highs, you know? But that's hard to exclude. So, like, how would I run that, you know? Say if like one of the last 2 days set an all-time high, if today or the last 2 days set a previous all-time high, do exclude them from the index, possible. But where did you learn how to code? I didn't. ChatGPT. I bought ChatGPT Premium and it codes for me. Well, I have to teach it. It's not easy. I'm not gonna lie. You basically have to talk to ChatGPT for a long ass time before it understands exactly what you're trying to do. It's pretty annoying actually, but it gets the job done. I love ChatGPT. Everyone should love ChatGPT. It's an information machine. Oh, the Alpha Futures payout went through. Very nice. Wait, did I get the account back? No, didn't get the account back yet. I was hoping to get the account before I take a trade. Or 50% right there. Very high probability chance it gets taken. Automating this trade. You need a very simple model. I think my model's going to take a very long time to automate um, before I can do anything with it. Payout's good. The feelings mutual, my brother. The only reason I'm taking this payout is because, well, I was eligible, and on Alpha Futures, there's no point in waiting. But I'm just using all the money to get the Apex accounts back. What time is it likely to hit org? For the next, I'm not gonna lie, I got one account, did not get a payout on it, and I haven't really ran it since. Did you run the code and trading with PyNetter? No, I ran it in Python. I'll give some of the results, but I gotta figure out exactly what I do. I feel like I'm holding a golden torch, you know, type thing. I also need to make sure, like, right now, what I'm doing is I'm rerunning all the stats. No, Fundindex does payouts. I'm just saying I had one account. I blew the account before I got a payout on it, and I haven't really gotten an account since. Something like that, Jesse. Let's scan this. That's the hourly. That's strong CISD. I'm not gonna lie. That is a strong CISD. ES took London lows, Asia lows. 50 Mississippi is taken there. I might like this one. Good risk to reward. Let's see if it dips. What's the mini on that? Let's run 2. I don't want to buy it all the way up here, but if we can get a fill somewhere here, is this kind of really going to open and only go up? Oh, we may have missed it. I wanted a better fill on that. Because my stop would have to be here. I got a fill like here. That would have been so good. Wow, that went fast. Yeah, I mean, if you bought it right there, good stuff. I would not expect us to revisit this. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's already been 9 minutes since org 2.5. We'll see if we get a protraction model. We're gonna look for a protraction model long now. Back into first presentation. All-time highs right there at 24762. So 65 points away. If we can get something like this, you know, this would be A plus. No, I don't care that we left line in low. In fact, I'd rather not see it take London low. I'd rather just stay open and we just trade into here. In fact, we traded a little bit more deep than I would have liked. But it's fine. It said 762.75. Is there news at 10? I don't remember there being news at 10. Nothing important at 10. Just wait for protraction model long here. I think we can clean up the chart now. I don't see myself shorting. If I do short, it's gonna be a deep protraction model. So we don't need all that. We can focus on this price action. A lot of people are still bearish. I mean, if you're bearish, trust your bias. It's possible. First presentation here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We could get closure here. That would be a nice long. Is it 10 a.m. yet? No, not yet. I don't feel bad that I took missed this trade. I think the protraction model will get better RR anyways. If it forms, who knows? Mm-hmm. Don't really want to anchor a fib, but just for fun, we can anchor a fib on this. I like that. I want 10 a.m. to hit so I can deviate this opening range. Hopefully 10 a.m. doesn't make a new higher, higher, lower. Like the next 5 minutes, we don't make a higher, higher, lower, low. And we just stay where we are. would be this OB. Would I be able to trust it? Yeah, I would be able to trust that, no problem. CEO, the 4-minute inversion, we get to here, leave this part open. So if we get this OB, I'll execute. And if we don't get the OB, well, then the model protects us, hopefully. If, say we make a lower low, that's fine. Hopefully the model doesn't form if we make that lower low. Not quite getting that OB, although ES did tap. There's the first tap. Did we get opening price there? Yeah, we did. Nice. So we'll see. If we take this low, I mean, we're going straight to, in my opinion, new day opening gaps down here. If you were bearish, you could have shorted right here. But I'd rather wait for the long. I'm waiting for the protraction now. I suppose the best protraction would probably be the 2-minute inverse, if that forms. We'll see. ES looks pretty bearish, if I'm being honest. A good broker or a good prop firm? If we get closure above here, again, just OB from OB, we can execute that. That would be a 43-point stop. Quick math, 43 times 2, 6. 86 a micro, 2 micros on that, and then one will run 2 minis on this account. If this gives us the order block, hopefully it doesn't go too far. It looks like it might, I'm being honest. Maybe the 3-minute. I mean, even the 3-minute, what's the range on that? 49-point stop, so it's not the worst. Should be fine. Even if we close above. Yeah, it's a 49-point stop, so we'll see. Moment of truth. We probably will be taking our first entry here. 15 seconds of strong candle movement is what I am looking for now. Give me that closure. I mean, we could take that off ES inversion. Let's take it off ES inversion. All right, simple trade idea. ES gave the inversion, so the protraction model confirmation right here. I took the trade on NASDAQ off of that. I'm hoping NASDAQ forms the order block. This is getting a little bit messy in here. So we'll just move that. And I'm looking for all-time highs. Stop loss will go to below the order block low. Again, this is an eval for Apex. I took this with 2 micros on my funded account, by the way, guys. So 2 micros on the funded, 2 minis on the eval. And is this potentially passing in one trade? I gotta do some math. 80 times 20 times 2. Oh, we can maybe pass this in one trade. 2 times, shit man, quick maths. 3,000 divided by 20. So if we can get 75 points, 75, call it 76, 24760.75. I think we'll just go for it on this account. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna just go for it on this account if I'm being honest. All right, I'm gonna move the stop to the body low. Plus 1 tick. There we take out the AM buy side. First presentation inverse, that's good. I want to see the all-time high level get hit. We put in a bullish fair value gap here. Things are getting a little bit messy in these annotations, so. And now we just wait for speed, and hopefully the apex trailing drawdown doesn't get us out. But again, more importantly, we're in on this on the fundeds, so we'll see. Is it 10 a.m.? Okay, 10 a.m. is this 10 a.m.? Oh, that sucks. I don't like it when it's like that. 2.5. These equal highs. I like that. These highs here are smooth. So I'm looking at this bullish fair value gap here, the one that's resting inside first presentation. I'd want to see that hold. I marked it out with those red lines. We're in macro time. This is a good trade. You know, regardless of what happens, it's a good trade. All-time high objective, aligned with our pre-market plan. This low, this low. You know, we followed all rules. Is it A+? It's pretty close to an A+ trade inside the macro. I'd argue this is A+ trade. Yeah, I think this is an A+ trade, so I'm glad that we didn't hesitate. Now we wait. Wait for a protraction model to form so we can reduce our risk. Or if we get those equal highs, maybe on Apex we might have to partial because bro, if we go up here then here, this gets messy with the Apex trailing drawdown. So just waiting, see if we form a protraction model. You could really you could put your stop here at 24964. I'm not gonna do that, but I will watch closely. I'm not gonna let it stop me out here. That's for sure. But really, realistically, technically, I don't want to see this get overlapped. So if you really want to be aggressive, 24964, you could bring your stop there. Yeah, you definitely could. So I'm just gonna watch how it trades. If I have to close manually, I will. I'm not gonna move my stop yet. The reason I don't want to move it is because I'm gonna be honest, I don't really see a very clean level to put it at right now. So just not gonna touch it until something very obvious forms. I know I can move it here, but I won't be doing so yet. That 5-minute inversion low, realistically, you can cover the last 5-minute open. So 660 if you want to reduce risk. That covers the low of that. Covers this. But again, nothing in here yet. Not moving anywhere here. If you want to be aggressive, you put it at the low of first presentation. That ain't me. That won't be me. Not today. I'm looking at these equal highs. So when I say opening range standard deviations, I'm talking about this. That's 0.25 right there. I like that level. It's actually right there. I'm going to remove the annotation now, but let's go W trade. It's not a W trade yet. We took a good trade though, so W day. W execution. But it's not a W trade yet. We don't know. Never get excited. You never know. You never know. The moment you get excited. Remember, this is also Apex. I got to be careful with this. Never get excited with your trade ever. I think we can go past all-time highs. Yeah, for sure. 24,800. That's what I have marked out as an extreme objective. All right, that was pre-market. Annotated that pre-market. I will take a partial here because I really don't want it to like if price comes back here, I blow the account. So we gotta lock something in, I think, just to be safe. So we'll take a first partial here. I like these equal highs. See if we can get it as it stabs through. I don't like putting limit orders. Wait, New York kills on. Oh, this is nice here. Actually, good. This is a good draw. I ran the statistic on this. How often do we trade back into 8:30 opening price after 9:30? The statistic is pretty high, if I'm being honest. So that could be a nice draw as well. I mean, all-time high is right there. Do we just go for it? Do we just go for the pass in one trade? A little bit greedy, but I think we could just go for it, to be honest. We'll see. I think we'll go for the pass in one trade. I mean, it's not a big deal. It's can just get another Apex account. Make my life simple. So we're just gonna go for the pass in one trade on this. It doesn't matter if I trail my stop. If price comes back, like here, yeah, the account's blown for Apex, right? Here I'm taking a partial on my funded though. Alright, that's partial on my funded. I'm hovering the sell button right now. Actually, I haven't partialed yet, if I'm being honest. I want to see if it goes up to 8:30 opening price. That'll be partial on my funded. But if it comes back and touches, see if it comes back and touches this line, I'm just going to take the partial there. If the body gets below it there, I'm just going to partial. There, I'm going to partial right there. Okay. And, yeah, I'm going to put the stop here now. And we just hopefully pass the account. I'm going to be honest. Hopes and dreams now. Maybe do the smart thing. All right, let's take the partial. I'm going to do the smart thing. I'm going to take the partial and let this run. I think I might crash out if I end up blowing this eval. Just because, so if I have to take another trade, it's not a big deal. We'll take another trade. We don't have to pass it in one trade. I don't know why I'm trying to force passing in one trade. You gotta do what's the smart thing to do. So we'll take the one and then see if we can get the runner. I'm not sure how much we have to aim for more. I think if I do the math, 736. How did we get filled all the way down there, man? That's okay. We got to make up 26 from 760 we wanted. So we got to make up 23 points. 785, I guess. Is there any logic behind that? I'd rather just TP at all-time highs, if I'm being honest, and then just take another trade after. We'll set this here, and then we'll just adjust it. If we have to close manually, we will. Good trade, though. We followed everything we wanted to follow today. 8:30 opening price is a very strong chance it gets there. At least by 11:30. Why go with Apex? Because I want to get up to 20 accounts. Short-term behind the 10-minute. Oh, nice. Our stop covers the 10-minute inversion as well, so we should be good. I mean, I don't think there's any way we blow the account. Because even if we get back 1K, yeah, we'll still be fine. That would suck, but it's not a big deal. I'll be terminating the trade here at all-time highs for my funded account, by the way. I'll probably just terminate this if it reaches all-time highs. I think we'll just take it there. Yeah, let's get out there. Let's get out there. I'll take another trade to pass. How much more do we need to pass? We need 500 more. I mean, we'll just trade PM session. There it is. Very nice trade. Very nice trade. Everything from pre-market plan all the way to execution. Take the profit there on the funded as well. Everything from pre-market plan to execution was absolutely flawless. Luckily, the market gave us an A+ setup. And luckily, I did not hesitate when the A+ setup presented itself. Yeah, very nice. We missed the original CISD here, right? But like the trade I took here is better than the first CISD because the risk reward is better. So, like, see, I got my fill somewhere here, right? Stop was here. Whoops. So see, that trade was 2.25 R. This is why you never get FOMO. If I was like, oh shoot, this is going without me, look at the trade I have to take. I barely get even 2R, 1.4 R. So I just wait. And if it doesn't form, it doesn't form. I take a trade another day. And I ended up taking, even though the trade I took was later, like it's after the first setup, the second setup was still better risk to reward, you know? So never feel like you missed a move. You can always find a better setup, you know? So in hindsight, like this setup was better than the first one. Yeah, the first entry was earlier and you would have got a better fill, but that doesn't mean anything because your stop loss would have given you worse risk to reward. It doesn't matter what price you're in. It matters the risk to reward ratio. So the patience there paid off. Even if you got the fill at the top here, I think you still could have squeezed out a 2R with stop at the body. The way I took this trade was the ES inversion, by the way. Right? There's no inversion here on NASDAQ. There was a 2-minute inversion. Oh, there wasn't actually. It all closed up. So the 2-minute inversion on ES was the entry criteria. Otherwise, we still would have taken the trade. Our fill just wouldn't have been as good. Our trade would have looked like this. And it would have been 1.5 R, you know, but we got the fill at the opening and we squeezed out. And you get a pretty clean run to all-time highs, you know. Called out this low, called out this low, called out the OB, called out this busy. Midnight open, nice buy, below 830. 830 opening price, all-time high stack like that, that's really strong. Whenever you see something like that, especially because we haven't traded back to 830, really strong draw. And then final extreme, 24,800. -1 standard deviations of the opening range. Wait a minute. This ain't correct. Should be like this. Oh, no, like this. Sorry. 0.5 standard deviations of the opening range. And then 24,800. Maybe at some point. Maybe ES reaches all-time highs. ES is quite far away, if I'm being honest. Solid trade. Very good protraction model. Keep the annotations here. Inside the macro. That was A+. Do I take anything else? Risk 500 for a 1R. I want to pass this account today, I'm being honest. I may get into another trade. It's possible. It's definitely possible. I would not short. I would not short. I don't think it's coming back down. I mean, listen, I don't want to tell anyone to do stuff. I shouldn't be saying I wouldn't short. I'm just saying me personally, I would not short this market. Hmm. 24,800. What makes you feel confident taking on NQ with no inverse but inverse on yes? Done it hundreds of times, my brother. How many winning days you need to request on Alpha? Depends what account you have with them. For me, I don't need much. I use standards, so I can do it in 3. What you took on eval minis or my on eval funded micros? Sorry, on eval micros. I only took 2 micros on my funded. I know I don't risk a lot on my funded. 0, you need 5 winning days, my brother. You'll need 5 winning days. So my advice to you: slow and steady. Just go for the winning day. Listen, most of your trades, just look for 2-ish R. You know, risk 100, risk 125 maybe. Aim for $200. That's a winning day. Solid. And if you see that one A+ setup and you want to aim for a little bit more, sure. You know, go for it then. Then you can go for it. But don't do that every time. You know? Not something you want to do every single time. So just get those winning days, and then as soon as you're eligible, just request a payout. Don't even wait. Don't even wait any time. 0.5 standard deviations of the opening range. Strong draw. Pretty good probable chance. If we close bullish, then there's a strong chance we reach this level. So we'll see. I'm assuming we're gonna close bullish. You know, stay bullish after 11:30. Meaning if we close above 9:30 opening price by 11:30, which I think we will, there's a good chance we reach 0.5 standard deviations of the opening range. So we'll keep that marked out. See if it gets there. There is an SMT currently. How many minis did you use to pass your evaluations? This was a 2-mini trade, and I did not pass. I'm still $500 away from passing this one. You're telling me to stop too wide? You do that to a relative attraction. You just have to manage risk. Oh, you saying the stop is too wide? Just tell him. I mean, bro, what makes him think it's too wide? That's just how it is, my brother. I mean, if he wants to trade with a tight stop, it's fine. Just tell him, you know, there's a better chance you're gonna get wicked out more often than not. You know, I don't think that was wide at all. I mean, we got 2.25 R. Was it too wide? 2.25 R. What's the max we can request from Alpha? If you with the 0 account, it's 1500. 1500. But with the other accounts, it's 15,000. Exactly what I said. I mean, you trade NQ main 100? Yeah, always win or loss. Win so far 1-0. I may take another. I'm not on my fundeds. I'll be honest. The next trade I'm taking will not be on my funded, probably, because it's not going to be a high probability setup. But I'm 500 away from this eval, so if I can somehow scalp a 1R trade, that would be nice. 24,800. That's what I have marked out. So I had this marked out at 9:15 a.m. Eastern time. Now we should short at 10:30. I wouldn't short. I would look for longs personally. So sad I missed every single move today. No, we're not doing a giveaway today. Oh, Alpha Futures just paid me out. So I got my account back. Hey, we got the other funded back right before the trade, bro. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Sad I missed every single. Only needed one more winning day. I mean, that's okay, bro. I mean, today is not the only trading day. Luckily, you'll be here tomorrow, right? You're done explaining. I mean, bro, everyone has their own method, bro. I'm not looking to trade short, no. Me personally, no. Notice how beautiful the 1 minute OB is aligned with the 1 hour Bissy. The 1 hour Bissy down there. Yeah. I mean, this is A plus. I think it's pretty clear that this is A plus. Can you explain org? It's all on YouTube, my brother. I'd watch the YouTube video. I'm done for the day. Be blessed. Be blessed, my brother. Take care. See you tomorrow, my man. Almost got edge because MNQ didn't take all-time highs. Oh, did it not? Did it wick right before? Probably a little fearful, huh? I mean, that's why I don't use limit orders, bro. Like, this has happened, bro. You tell me it's not possible we just leave the equal highs and then come back? That's why I don't use limit orders. Just, like, am I going to greed for 2 points? Like, look, I closed the trade at 759. Okay? $6. $6 away from my target. Just TP, bro. $6 not going to make any difference, especially not on a funded account. So, that's okay, Taylor. You got time. I'm not going anywhere. We can do a trade breakdown. Do you guys want a recap from top to bottom? I'll probably do a full video recap, actually. Why is everyone saying 6? Did I say 6, $7? Ah, oh, man, it's unreal, bro. I'll post the. Should we record it now? All right, let's do it now. We'll record it now. Okay, let's record a full recap from top to bottom. Yeah, I'll post the recap on YouTube. Should I long now? If you want, brother. I wouldn't. You can take another trade, possibly on evaluation. There's 0.5 standard deviations, by the way. What's good, Ross? Yeah, this was a nice trade. It was an A+ trade. I'm just glad we didn't hesitate. I don't really care that we won. I'm more so glad that I was patient, executed, and did exactly what I was supposed to do. And luckily, it played out this time, you know? It could have not played out, but this time it played out. So, would you ever hold past all-time highs? If you were going to hold past all-time highs, you better be holding a small percentage of your... Like, you have to ask, is it worth it? Like, if your stop is here, so let's say you're aiming for 24,800. So you're aiming, let's say you have 2 micros, right? So you're looking to make an extra $140, but you're risking, if your stop, let's say, is here, $240. So you want to make an extra 140, but you're risking like 280. Is that worth the runner? Nah. It's not really a runner. If you're going to hold a runner, make sure that shit has the potential to run. Like, run. Like, multiply your RR by at least like 0.5 or 1, you know? This is not a runner, really. This is just like you trying to get clean execution. It's not going to make a big difference. You get what I'm saying? If we get 2,400 or not, like, you're trying to make you're trying to make like 100 extra bucks, but you're risking $200 or $300 worth of profit. Unless there's a really strong draw right there, it's probably not worth it, you know? You're basically in a trade that's 0.3 RR right now, you know? It's not worth it, you know? A lot of people don't realize that. They're holding a runner and they're like, yeah, I'm trying to maximize my profits. But then their runner looks like this. Well, what the hell is this? Would you take this 10 times? Hell no. Unless you have the strongest draw right here, and it's not worth it. You're giving up 70 points of profit for 40. You know, it's not worth it. But if you're a runner, you know, if you have a potential runner that's like, I don't know, end of day type runner, like, okay, that's worth it. It's worth to see if that runs, you know, because even if it only runs 3 out of 10 times, it's still profitable. So, can you explain standard deviations? Yeah, you're just measuring price runs. Where would you take a long now? I'd wait till 10:30, and if something like this happened, below 10:30, then closure above, then you could maybe look for a high probability long setup. If not that, then 10:50 macro, going into 11. If it breaks down, you can look to short. Made 2,000 on your combine. I had my personal lockout set. I had to make 1,000 more. Why is that a sad thing, bro? What, you have to pass in one day? People get excited when they pass, but then they force themselves to pass in one day. You don't gotta pass in one day, bro. You can pass in 1 week. Who cares? My Alpha Futures eval account won't allow me to trade NQU5. I think you're gonna be searching up. Wait, NQU. Yeah, don't trade NQU. Trade NQZ, my brother. NQZ. NQU's. That's old news, my brother. Old news. I love how humble you are. You have to stay humble. The markets humble me every time. ICT talked about premium. Wake up daily candle. Yep. Had that marked out today. You familiar with this? Yeah, it's nothing new. He hasn't talked about anything new yet. Your eyes are sharp. How did you see that first presentation, volume and balance? Marked it out thousands of times almost. I'm done for today. Trade my 4-hour trade. Nice, bro. How do you copy trade on TradingView? You got to use a third-party trade syncer. How was the birthday? It wasn't my birthday. It was my girlfriend's birthday, but it was very, very fun. Thank you, brother. I've been struggling with ELOT for 2 months, bro. I'm 400 USD from passing. Apex lets you pass in 1 day? Yes. You can pass in 1 trade, 1 day, 1 news. Doesn't matter. I'm trying to understand it fully, but don't get. You got to give me some small breakdown there if you can. I got you, Ryan. It's a lot. I'll explain it. It'll be a lot more simple. This chat's so much better than TikTok. Very true. Although TikTok chat is great when I win. Do you pay for TradingView? Yes. Which trade copy do you use? Right now, I'm not using any, but I will be using TradeSyncer. It's just him elaborating on how to apply the concept he already taught. He also said that in the first bit. Yeah, he said that. What's the best firm for your first funded? I would go with Alpha Futures because the payouts are easiest. About to buy an Alpha Advanced account. Any advice? My advice is only buy the Advanced if you've gotten a payout with Alpha Futures. Although I guess the no activation, if you want to take advantage of it, sure. The advanced account's meant for people who want to go for larger payouts. You know? Me personally, I don't go for larger payouts. I like taking small payouts consistently. At least more consistently. You can get the advanced. Just know it's gonna be a while before you get a payout, but it's worth it. No activation fee. So what's my advice? Just know exactly how much you're gonna risk per trade on eval. Know exactly how much you're gonna risk per trade on funded. I just focus on the eval for now. You know? Are you only going to take A+? What's the blue line up top? The blue line up top represents the whole number, 24,800. We tend to draw towards these levels because usually there's cluster of orders at whole numbers. You don't know any broker? I need a broker who has good luck. Do you mean broker or prop firm? I thought you were Justin Bieber. What does that even mean? Which alpha D account do you recommend? If you're brand new to trading, you haven't gotten even 1 payout, I would get the 0 account. Because the 0 account is hella cheap. It's not easiest to get payout, but it's really easy. It's pretty easy. I'm not gonna say really easy, but it's pretty easy compared to most prop firms. And it's just cheap. If you're decent, like if you've passed a couple accounts, get the standard account. The standard account, there's nothing easier. Like the standard account payouts are so easy. All you need is you can do it in 3 wins. You don't need a buffer. It doesn't even hurt you if you request a payout. You can get it's going to be a smaller payout. I'm not going to lie to you. It's going to be a smaller payout, but it's an easy payout. You get your money back that you invested almost every time. TopStep's a great option too. Apex, I use Apex. Apex payouts aren't the easiest, but Apex is probably the best firm to like scale with. You know, like take if you want to build an account and get there, it's probably better. It's also better than TopStep. It doesn't really matter what is it better like. For what? In my opinion, no. Because Alpha Futures, it's easier to get money into your bank account. I think that's what matters most. There's not really even more potential, to be honest. I mean, Alpha's just better almost every way, in my opinion. Unless you're the type of trader that has huge wins randomly, then use TopStep. Or use the advanced on Alpha. But if most of your wins are around the same price, like 200 and 500, 700, 400, Alpha. But if you have like 200, 2,000, 300, 1,500, if you have huge differences in your wins, then you probably want to go with TopStep. TopStep's a fire firm, bro. TopStep's a fire firm. No one can hate on TopStep. Make trade recap, sir, while you in live, not to the level of trade. Yeah, we'll do a recap. Give me like 2 minutes. Let me ask your last couple of questions. What makes Alpha Rules better than TopStep? It's not that it's the payout. It's what's required for a payout. On TopStep, you get punished for taking a payout before you build a buffer. On Alpha Futures, you do not get punished for taking a payout before you build the buffer. Okay? If you're the type of trader that wants to build a buffer, TopStep you won't have any problems with TopStep, right? But if you are new to trading and you put money into an account, say you spent $200 on an account, you pass, your focus should be to make that money back. Alpha is the easiest to make that money back and more. Market replay? No, I'm just going to break down everything top to bottom. Can you please show the 2-minute chart? Sure. If price closes above the blue line, doesn't matter. This would be a drawn liquidity. Whether it closes above, it's just think of it as a magnet, you know. So keep that MLL on alpha. Whatever the MLL was before payout, it stays the same. Yes, exactly. Especially with my zero accounts, they pay for my top step people activation. Exactly. Listen, the best advice I give people, my opinion, I'm not saying only trade alpha. What I'm saying is start with alpha, so because alpha will get you your other accounts. You get what I'm saying? Alpha futures, if you were to get every single prop firm account and trade them all the exact same, alpha future payouts would come first. Okay? So it only makes sense that if you're gonna go with another firm, that's fine. You could alpha doesn't have to be your number one firm. That's fine. But the payout will come first on alpha. So you might as well try to get a payout on alpha futures first. Use that money to do other accounts. That's what I do. Straight up. My last alpha payout, I'm going all on Apex with it. How much Alpha 50K accounts and what's the rules? I have a video on it on YouTube. You should just watch it, bro. I mean, it's all there. It's Alpha Futures and Alpha Capital Group. They're the same firm. One's futures, one's forex. How much are the activation fees on Apex? It depends. 50K is 140, and then it goes up a little bit by each one for each account. It's on my YouTube channel. Gatie, could I risk 2,500 Apex 50K account? Or is there? Nope. You can risk whatever you want, but I mean, if you lose the 2,500, then you lose. Why can't you trade alpha on red news? You can trade alpha on red news. The rule is you can't trade 2 minutes before or after red news. You can hold through it, just not 2 minutes before, 2 minutes after. That's on standard and zero. On advanced account, you can do whatever you want. What's the hidden rules for alpha that I need to know? There's only one rule. Well, I guess two. One is don't blow your account, obviously. And it's not a hidden rule. They post about it almost every single day. The rule is simple. If it's red folder news, you can trade through it. So if you're in a trade and red news hits, don't panic. But there is a rule in place. You cannot enter or exit a trade 2 minutes before and 2 minutes after red folder. So if there's red folder at 10 a.m., don't enter a trade at 9:58. Don't exit a trade until after 10:02. There's a 4-minute window. You cannot have any executions. That's it. That's the only rule. There's no other rule than that. I'm late. Suggested alpha account and why? In my opinion, standard is the best because you only need the requirement to be eligible for payout is 40% consistency. That's very easy. So if you were to get a brand new standard account, say you're funded, if you made $100, $150, $200, you'd be eligible. You'd be eligible for a payout, $500 or whatever, $600 payout, just like that, 3 days. Now you have to be consistent. So for me, for example, alpha, if I can get 250, 200, 150, all around the same, easy payout. Pay yourself. I make my money back instantly. What do you think about take profit? Take profit is fire. Nothing wrong with take profit. I think you do have to build a buffer with them, so it's like a more slow process. But if you're about that life, that's fine. That's fine. What is a zero account? Zero account is Alpha Futures cheap plan. It's the cheapest plan because there's no activation fee. So it's like $80 all in or something. If you have a code, it's a little bit cheaper. And it's just a zero plan. There's no activation fee. It's cheap. Can I take a one-time 15K payout on Alpha? Yeah. You can take a 15K payout on Alpha if you want. Yeah, I think Alpha's going to give me 20% off in a bit. We're going to do a flash promo sale. So I'll be getting 20% off shortly. When the market's at all-time high, then you want to enter for longs, where would you place your TP? You want to buy above here? I would just look for like a 1R, bro. I'm going to be honest. Maybe removing your comment to JR. What do you think? It's better alpha or toss up? I personally like alpha more, but it's up to you. But realistically, you can trade with any prop firm. I don't think we'll take another trade, to be honest. Yeah, they have the top. It's not Top Step X. It's Project X, and yes, they have the same thing. Okay, let's talk about. Let's go over the trade that we took. Okay, so we're gonna do a full trade recap of the trade that we took this morning. It was an A plus trade, and that's why I want to recap it because, in my opinion, it was screaming at me to take it based on my model and system. We'll start with top-down analysis. Why I was even bullish going into the day. I did have a daily bias that was bullish. Told you guys at 9:15 a.m. Eastern time, and we marked out some key levels. Why are we bullish? It's very simple. We're in all-time highs. One, yesterday had a huge wick. We're expecting higher prices, right? We're not trying to pick a top, so that's why even when we, trade higher, I'm not gonna say, oh, well, the move is done now. No, we're not trying to pick a top, especially in all-time highs. So we're bullish. Okay. What happens going into market open? I'll put some candlestick. That's a little bit messy. Let's go without the candlesticks. Just focus on my cursor. This is NASDAQ. Trades down into this 15-minute gap, while the S&P 500 takes out Asia and London low. This was a part of our pre-market plan. We already anticipated this SMT forming and ES taking out these lows before the run higher. So let's go back in time where we see NASDAQ trades into that discount and then see what happens. Okay. Now we'll put the chart on and all the candlesticks, whatever annotations and stuff. So this is that move down. 15-minute chart, that fair value gap, that's right here. So we take that, we can extend it out in time and see. Price comes down into there. Now, I'm not longing here. That's very important. Let's actually go back here. There's two main reasons why I'm not longing here early. One, there's no model here, first of all. So I'm not chasing this move higher saying, oh, we're bullish, I'm going long now. There's no model in this price leg. So I'm being patient and I'm not taking any trade, right? We left equal lows here and we have a lot of discount levels. I also know the opening range gap, 25% level, has a high probability chance of getting hit in the first 30 minutes. If not, even then 50%. So I'm being patient, right? That's what patience is, and just knowing what you're waiting for. Then the market puts in this high. This is engineering liquidity. That's what this high is. We purposely put this high here. So people, when they go short, and trust me, people definitely went short here thinking that we're not making all-time highs anymore. They put their stop loss here. Whether they put it there or not, it doesn't matter. The premise is the algorithm in the market will refer back to this price level because that's where the short move started from the short-term high there. So market comes down. This is what I call a double purge reversal model. We go up, down, and then reverse. We can target the engineered liquidity, and you almost always see speed through that. Why? Because it doesn't want to give these people a chance to get rid of their trade. This short right here was the most recent liquidity pool that was engineered. So these people who went short, they literally just went short like 5 to 10 minutes ago. So they want to see speed going back towards against them. If you were ever in a trade and the market immediately, very quickly speeds up going towards your stop loss, you probably were just entering on the formation of engineered liquidity. So market comes down, and now it's all textbook here, just chart patterns, 15-minute bullish fair value gap. We get the order block here. I missed this entry. Also, where's my executions? We missed this entry. There it is. We missed this entry here. The fill wasn't too good. The risk reward wasn't good. By the time we got the closure, I would have had to buy it in here. And to cover all-time high as a draw, we weren't going to make it. So I was patient. Luckily, market came back, gave me a protraction model here. Now, what did I enter off of? It's not actually on this chart. It's on this chart right here. Okay. The S&P 500 trades down, bullish fair value gap. That orange box I just drew. And then we get the inversion. So once ES pushed that inversion at 9:58 closes, I'm buying the next candle. Okay. So I got in like right here at the bottom of this candle. And then we move higher. We inverse first presentation. We take out that engineered liquidity that we talked about. And I'm not taking any partials at this point in time because I'm looking at my objective here, right? All-time high, strong drawn liquidity. 24,800. That's a whole number where the market tends to have cluster of orders. There's usually a lot of clustered orders around whole numbers in the marketplace. So we use that as a potential drawn liquidity, potential magnet. I did not leave any runners to that because I didn't need to. All-time high would suffice. So I took my first partial at these equal highs right here, and then 0.25 standard deviations. We got a pretty good fill. And then the all-time high was the final TP. And that's it, right? 24,800 was hit. This was all pre-market annotations, by the way. And this was arguably an A-plus trade. It was also inside the macro. We got below midnight. We got below 8:30. We got below 9:30. We had an SMT, discount levels. And this was all a part of the pre-market plan, which was high probability longs. This could mean from London discount or sell side liquidity, right? This right here, this is London discount, right? Discount of London range. That's all the way down here. And we took out the low on ES. So we had the sell side plus the discount. And that's pretty much everything about this trade. 2 minis on the eval, 2 micros on the funded. You guys know I don't like to risk that much on my funded accounts. Pretty much, yeah, I think that's everything I want to talk about. I can post a little clip of the live trade here. Okay, cool. Any trade say? Just the one trade. What is your win rate? Over what period of time, brother? I would not short, no. I probably won't trade my funded again, maybe unless it's PM session. But no, I would not short right now anyways. If I was to short, take that range. Again, I don't like taking these type of trades. These are counter trend trades, retracement trades. That low, I suppose. Your 10 a.m. low. You could aim for that, or you could aim for the first 10 a.m. low. What does 50% consistency rule mean? 50% consistency rule means your best trading day cannot be more than 50% of your total profits. So if you have to make $3,000, your best day cannot be more than $1,500. Close or let it run. I mean, it's up to you. What does your model say? I would have closed personally. I had $2 away from passing long. I had $2 away from passing long one micro top tick. I've been there. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been there. I've 100% been there. Multiple times, actually. What if you went over it? It's not a big deal if you went over it. You're just going to have to make a little bit more money. So like I said, your best trading day can't be 50%. So say you made, I don't know, say you made $2,000. Well, then you have to make a total of $4,000. It's got to be 50%, you know? Does Apex have the worst consistency rule? I think there's firms with 20. Apex is 30, so it's not the worst, but it's down there. It's okay. I'm doing an account before it was $5. I've been there too, man. No joke. This month, this month's win rate's pretty good. I don't know the exact number, but it's probably in the 70s. 70 to 80. We've been taking really good trades, I'm going to be honest. This month's been pretty good so far, right? The first week was, yeah, I mean, we got a payout. Pretty good. Clean trade, yeah. Any more trades for the day? Maybe in PM session, but nothing here in the morning for me, I don't think. You have proper risk management, you won't even need to know about 30% rule. Yeah, I mean, realistically, yeah, I mean, people make a big deal about these rules, but in reality, you should be following them without even knowing they're there. You know? Appreciate you, Fatal. Didn't I look at your page? I mean, you post TikToks, right? I feel like I've watched you before. Haters have disappeared. They'll come back, don't worry. They might still be here. Just not saying anything. I'm not even trying to be like, they will. Like, just, if you guys are in my stream, the moment I take a trade and I go in drawdown, like if the trade goes against me, even a little bit, like, oh, bro, I told you not to long. Bro, we should have, so obvious, opposite direction, shorts, bro. Yeah, okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. I risk 0.25% personally. You dropped out of school? No, I finished. I have a degree. I was trading while I was in school, and now I did nothing related to school. The 50% only put on the eval only. What firm are you with, Ali? Depends. I have a degree in kinesiology, so it's exercise science. 5 days of $200 should be following days up. No, no. It doesn't have to be 5 in a row, brother. It can be whenever you get 5. It can be 1,000 days apart if you want. It is a pretty useful degree. I'm not gonna lie. People who watch someone just to hate is crazy. I mean, I'm sure a lot of them just copy traded and then lost. Would you enter the 2022 model? Me right now? No, I wouldn't. But you can if you want. How long you been trading? Hey, this guy's name is PO3. I got your name on the back of my phone case. Pretty cool. Um, 2 years, my brother. 2 years. How long did it take you to become profitable? Alpha. What Alpha Futures account? Um, how long did it take for you to get profitable? I don't know. People always ask me that question. I feel like I feel like I never really was unprofitable. I feel like I always made more money than I lost. Obviously, the first couple months were tough. I did blow, I guess, 3 months. Like I had a lot of losing months, but it depends what your definition of profitable is, I guess. I don't know. Weird question. You chose standard over zero? Yeah, but that's only because I have a couple payouts under my belt, so I didn't really have to build any money. But if you haven't really made any money, you don't want to invest too much. Start little, grow, and then reinvest. I did use zero accounts, by the way. I did get a max payout on the zero account. So you trade minis to pass evals? Yeah. How many months did it take for you to get your first funded? I passed my first funded account in 30 days of purchasing it. Took me 30 days. Did you ever blow a total of 20 accounts? Yeah. Let it take as long as you can to handle. You don't quit. You're so inspirational. Thank you, bro. How many months? Yeah. Took me 1 month to pass my first funded account. Took me 3 months to get my first payout. Will you just be trading? I'll probably have other sources of income. How long you been trading? It's been 2 years for me, brother. One of your answers me. I need a brother. You've been asking me the same question. Do you mean broker or prop firm? What's the difference between normal funded and normal funded and light account? I mean live? How many figures a week do you make? That's not a sustainable question. I don't make money every single week. Sometimes zero, sometimes negative, sometimes 4 figures. Depends. Alpha zero. Alpha zero. So Alpha zero doesn't have a consistency rule on the evaluation. So you can don't worry about consistency rule on evaluation for alpha futures for a zero account. But on the funded account, it's 40%. Broker, you can use TradeOvate. Yeah, TradeOvate's fine. Use the funded to ultimately move your capital to a live. I already have both, but yeah. What's wrong with people getting moved to a live account? Nothing's wrong. Right. Let's do okay. What did you focus on when backtesting become profitable? Everything, bro. I've backtested more than I genuinely can't backtest anymore. Because these last 5 years I have seen them so many times. There's between two-step and light two-step. Oh, you're talking about funded next? I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't remember I don't even trade Forex. So I'm gonna be honest, I don't completely know the answer to that question. But I do know they have an AI that genuinely answers every question. So I would just ask that robot on their website. How much is the Discord going to be after the 100 days? Probably 25. Do you like Forex replay? Okay, let's talk about that. Good question. I use TradeZella. I think TradeZella is a lot better than Forex replay. I'm not gonna lie, I'm affiliated with them, but I actually reached out to them and I was like, listen, I use you guys every freaking day. Sign me type shit. They don't pay me, but I do have a code. But let me show you why it's better. I'll be straight up. So there's a couple things. I'll show you the differences between TradeZella and Forex Replay. TradeZella, okay? I'm going to tell you guys why TradeZella is better than Forex Replay, okay? I'll show you guys the differences, and then you guys can judge. TradeZella, I don't know if Forex Replay finally added this, but you can play the candles, and you can watch them print. So you can get the real-time formation of the candles. That's very, very valuable. That's so valuable because you're not just skipping forward 1 minute like this because you're not watching the candles print. And when you see this trading down, it's so different. That's one very huge thing. Okay, that's number one. Number two is the journaling. It's just unmatched. You can journal inside the trade. So let's say you take a trade, it'll show up here. Then you can click edit and say, okay, the trade I took was, I don't know, classic model long, and then you take a photo, whatever you want to do. You can add rules, whatever. You can get real fancy with it. The journaling on TradeZella is also kind of unmatched, in my opinion. The statistics that you get are also really, really good. You get the win streaks, you get profit. Look at all this beautiful stuff here that you can get. Average RR, net P&L, calendars. You can even get a TradeZella score. You get a mini calendar here. So in my opinion, those two things alone are really good. Now, finally, there's something that TradeZella has that Forex Replay doesn't. TradeZella is also a journaling platform. So you can journal your funded accounts and you can get up to 20. So you can go here. You know what? Let me even show you guys how to do it. All right, let me show you guys how to do it. You can go here and you can click. This is called TradeZella. I will show you guys. I will show you guys right now how to do it. So I just took a trade on an alpha funded account, right? So what I can do is add that into here automatically. I don't have to even journal it myself. There's automatic journaling. Yeah, this shout out to the guy who made this because it's truly an amazing platform. So I can export this. I'll show you guys how to do it. So if you use Alpha Futures or whatever prop firm, you can just click add trade. See all these brokers, Top Step X. You can add whatever you want. Alpha Ticks is here, Tradeovate, Interactive, whatever. Let's go with Alpha because I'll journal my Alpha trades. And then click, there's two ways. You can do auto sync. They're still making that for Alpha Futures, but for other firms it's there. Or you can do file upload, which is just as quick. All I have to do is drag this thing, and then see it'll automatically sync. Hopefully this works. See, it'll automatically sync. So you see I have this funded account. This is the trade I took. It adds the trade P&L automatically. And now it says right here, Alpha Futures, and I can remake the name. So not only do you get better backtesting, you also have journaling to like an extreme level. Like you have automatic journaling. When I have my Apex accounts, I literally just log into TradeZella and I click sync, just one button, sync, and it'll automatically import all the trades that I took. Yeah, the candle prints are good too. If you get the monthly plan, if you want to use my code, monthly plan is 10% off and yearly plan is 20% off. Google is free. I don't know how Google's going to help you do that stuff, but 24.8 gets a whole number, right? Every 100. Yeah. I used to use Forex Replay too. I've used Forex Replay for over 1,000 backtests. Like I've used Forex Replay so much. Listen, guys. Alpha Futures has given me 20% off. There's no other person out there, to my knowledge. There's no other person out there with 20% off right now. It's only for 48 hours. I guess let's run a giveaway with it too. Shout out Alpha, man. They love me, bro. I love them too. 20% off. You can use Forex Replay for free if you keep finessing it, but then you lose all your data. You know, in my opinion, unless you really don't have the money, just invest, bro. It's like 30 a month or something, 40 a month. Just invest 1 month, put all your time into backtest and journaling, and just use that. Only code Gatie works, yeah. They're giving it to me because they like me. I'll give away, let's give it 250 account, 250 account. I feel nice. I'm the only one with this code. It makes me feel good. All that talk about alpha, there you go. There's 20% off. I think they have 10% off with other code. So even if you don't want to use my code, you can use someone else's for 10% off. But I mean, this is 20% off though. Anyways, I'll end the stream. I'll go post that video we took. I'll post the TradeZella video for anyone who wants it too. Advanced if you want uncapped payouts. Zero accounts are good for beginners. Zero accounts best for beginners. Advanced account if you want to get larger payouts, go for the advanced. Just get the zero, bro. It's cheap. It's easy. Start with the zero and then go up. You know. Thoughts from for what company? It's Alpha Futures. How to add a satisfaction score on here? You got to go to add property and go to like number. I don't think we'll get another entry off in this session. Not a high probability one. So if I've already used zero, advanced is the way. If you've got a payout with zero, then I would look to get standard or advanced. I personally use standard personally, but appreciate you, Joshua. Appreciate you, brother. September not to be alpha is when you buy the account. You have to pass in September, so you have not that much time left, right? Or I guess 2 weeks. How much time do you have left? Yeah, you got about 7 days, so it's not bad. How can you cover trade if you have top 7 alpha? You need a third-party platform. I would recommend TradeSyncer. Yeah, I mean you have 6 days, 7, 8 days. You got the 29th and 30th as well. You guys are funny, bro. Why does it keep coming up? Anyways, I appreciate you guys coming through. I will be live again tomorrow. If you decide to use my code for the 20% off, let me know so I can add you to the giveaway. Yeah, I will post the journal shortly, and I will post the trade recap on YouTube if you want to watch the trade breakdown. Sorry, not the trade recap. What about trade scale? Yeah, you're trolling, right? What time would be on PM? I'm not gonna stream PM session, my brother. Normally I trade PM session alone. Funding ticks. I've never even used them. Maybe if they reach out to me and I like their stuff, maybe then. All right, I appreciate you guys coming through. I will see you guys live tomorrow. You trade 2 minutes afternoon. 2 minutes after news, yes. The rule is no execution. So no entry or no entries or exits 2 minutes before or after. Have a good day as well. I appreciate you guys. I will see you guys live tomorrow. Exact same time. Yeah. Exact same time tomorrow.